textiles will be revived. This is very misinformed and not factual. It is dangerous gamble. The domestic market is highly segmented between high-income households who generally purchase new clothing and low to middle-income consumers who predominantly purchase second-hand clothes. What Kenya requires is regulatory policy to build up its cluster of textile producers alongside second-hand clothing operators, creating capacity for long-term innovation and growth. And we are happy to hear that our presidential candidate making commitment to that plan, where we find fuse between the second-hand clothes market and the local textile industry. According to the recent household analysis, most households buy new clothes when they are required, such as for school and workplace uniform. Kenya is among the most important players in the African market. What we should be asking ourselves is, what are the opportunities for creating responsible and sustainable, consumerized and minimizes negative environmental impacts? It is my hope that my opportunity to speak before this auspicious gathering as a servant of the Mitumba Association, I help you to answer three critical issues, which are the impact of global supply chain, the dynamic of national production and supply in the textile industry as a whole, and the implication of the report finding for domestic policy and regulation. What Kenya and Africa requires is more effective regulation of supply chains for second-hand clothing, which would include an expansion of sorting centers at key strategic trading hubs like Kenya, which applies the hub and spoke model. Kenya can grab this opportunity to become an African hub for the processing of second-hand garments, as she is prime location for such a sorting center. This would create jobs and increase the exports of Mitumba to the largest African markets. Sorting facilities for Mitumba will help us realize Kenyan goal of becoming among the leading high-value, high-wage and high-skill economies in Africa. It is estimated that each facility will directly create up to 500 jobs with further employment in related sectors. If all second-hand clothes were sorted in Kenya rather than abroad, Kenya would gain up to 14,000 additional jobs. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, Kenya's Mitumba sector can thrive further with the policies that encourage the growth of business for the full processing of clothing. But to eliminate the Mitumba trade or even imply and instead of promote textile is to give with one hand and take with the other hand. Finally, mama yetu, tuko na watu wa soko ya Gikomba and tumekuwa na shida ya moto. We want you utusaidie, tunakupatia government, tunakupatia kura. Gikomba, watu wa Mitumba wamesema wako na baba na mama. Hiyo ni message moja wamenipatia, na wakaniomba nikuambie ututangazie soko iwe soko huru, soko ya Gikomba, ndio tuachane na hii janga ya moto, kwa sababu ni kama kuna watu wako na interest na ile shamba. If you can give it na ututangazie kama soko, watu wa biashara watafaidika na tutazidi kushukuru sana. Asanteni.
Thank you. Asante sana Bishop Teresia Apostle. Sorry, I don't know whether Her Excellency, do you have time or we should meet him? We bring him here. Okay. In the meantime, I think we'll ask when you are receiving the candidate of, the 5th president of this country, we'll ask, Agnes to be talking, and then Her Excellency will lead a few of the leaders to go and receive, His Excellency, the incoming president. We bring him in here. So I will invite Agnes Tafadhali. I know you have talked before. Come and talk to the people. If not Agnes, then we have the entertainers. Let's have the entertainment. Agnes, kuja.